fake background. That's fake.
That's, oh my God.
That's what you need to do.
We started. You know that? We live right now. But anyway, welcome back. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, we got Gelada in here. We got the Sunstorm, Jay building. Of course, we got Julio in the back.
CP from the back.
The only Laker fan in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, what up, y'all? What's good, man? Where y'all been at?
Yo, it's been a great week for my Knicks. We're gonna get into that. You already know. Gonna stop all this hate. Today the hate gonna stop.
The hate
Today's
goes
the
stop.
day.
The hate goes stop. That's what you're
Hate
saying.
gonna stop. Cause everybody recognizing the real team out here. While every other team is scattering looking for stars. We got chemistry. Chemistry.
Whatever. So we're gonna talk about free agency because that's just all to talk about. Unless we got something else that's on our minds, but we're gonna talk about a little free agency. So we're gonna start off with a few teams. Probably start off in alphabetical order. So we got the Atlanta Hawks. They receive Larry Nance Jr. and Dyson Daniels. So what you think is gonna happen with Trey Young? You think he's staying? He's going? Because you know DeJounte Murray is out of there. So what is looking like with the Hawks?
The Hawks look like they're in between. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But they did make the right choice. They had to get rid of your boy DeJounte Murray. He just wasn't a fit. He didn't look like he was a right fit. Those two guards on the same court just couldn't work it out.
Well, the
Now,
reports were saying that him and Trey Young didn't get along.
I
Well,
mean,
allegedly.
listen, chemistry is big. If you can't connect with your teammates in any kind of level, it's not gonna work. Now, we saw a bunch of clips last season where Trey Young was upset that Murray was taking the last shot. We saw a bunch of games last year where we saw the complete opposite. We saw Murray getting upset. So these two guards are very ball dominant. But they made the right move. And I'll tell you why. Now, I saw a stat the other day that showed when DeJounte Murray and Trey Young are on the court together, they are a minus 2.5 points.
Right.
Now,
Well, that's because this nigga Trey Young, he can't guard nobody too little.
but listen, here's the funny part. Now, with Murray only on the court with the rest of the squad, they are a minus 1 point. Now, with only Trey Young on the court with the rest of the squad, they are a plus 2.5 points. So this 2 year experiment, it just didn't work. They gave it 2 years. Everybody applauded that trade. Shit, even I was scared of that trade. I was like, damn, that's a great pickup because the Knicks could have used a
Here we go
defensive
with this
minded
Nick
guard.
shit. Here the fuck we
This was
go.
2 years ago. This is
Here
before
we
JB.
go. Delusion.
Before JB. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about Murray
Delusion.
no more.
You're delusional, bro. Come on, man. With this,
Anyways. But here's the problem with Atlanta after this. What do they have to offer after that? All you got right now is Trey Young. You traded away Collins. Who else you got?
I
Who's
mean,
the
but
second option?
Larry Nance Jr. is a lob threat.
Yeah, but come on. He's more of a bench player. He coming off the bench.
He don't need
You're
to
gonna
come
have
off
him.
now.
He's
It's a
coming
lob
off the
threat.
bench. I mean, okay. So you still got that young center gonna be a lob threat. You can't have two lob threats out there.
I mean, I don't know too much about Dyson Daniels. I've seen them a little bit. I don't know too much about that dude.
I heard
But,
he's a
I mean,
great defensive player.
they still got mad work to do. I mean, Larry Nance. I mean, it's free agency not over. Larry Nance Jr. is a nice little name that we know. Dyson
But
Daniels, You need to put in more work, man. Because I don't know
Atlanta needs another star in there. They're not gonna
like who?
compete as much. They don't. They
Who's
need
out?
another star.
Like what? A Paul George?
They can use somebody like Paul George, but they're not getting Paul George. I don't think they even want to spend that kind of money on Paul George.
So Jay, what you think? Because we talking about Atlanta right now. They got
I think
Larry Nance Jr. and Dyson Daniels.
they need to trade. They need to trade Trey and regroup because that team ain't going nowhere. They been ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere after this.
Ain't going nowhere, I guess. I mean, you right. They ain't going nowhere. Ain't nothing going on over there. So I get what you saying and shit, but I don't see nothing going on with that.
I
You
don't
know,
see them trading Trey Young to the Lakers for what kind of draft capital can they get back? They're not gonna
yeah,
get back much.
but Trey Young, I rather Trey Young go over there with the Spurs and play with Wemby. And that's a nasty move right there. That's pick and roll all day. That's Tony Parker, the new Tim Duncan move.
I
That's
mean,
what he.
watch out with the Spurs. They might come up with CP3 instead.
Well,
Why not?
they didn't make no moves yet. So we're gonna skip Boston because they re-signed Luke Cornett for one deal. So we're gonna go to what is the Nets doing, man? They picked up Bojan Bogdanovic. What are they doing? They got rid of their best player. So what's going on over there with the Brooklyn Nets?
I mean, they got a lot of draft picks. They're like the Thunders a few years ago when they drafted Chet Holmgren and,
I don't
and,
think
and
so.
that kid Williams.
They not the they not saying they don't got
They
saying.
got 2 first-round draft picks in next year's draft. And next year's draft, they're saying it's a loaded draft. So that's one of the best draft classes they're going to have in quite a few years. So they got 2 first-rounders, and I think they have about 2 to 3 second-rounders.
Right.
Following year, the same thing. 2026, they got 2 first-rounders. So, kudos to the Nets. They had to pull the trigger. Damn well Bridges is not that A1. He's not. He's shown it all year. He comes and goes. He has monster games, but then he has very pedestrian games. But he's there. He's there every game. But you need somebody. You need a star. They need somebody, an A1, and Bridges just wasn't that. Now, them trading Bridges, they got the best offer. 5 first rounds and 1 pick swap. That's a no-brainer. You take that. So I see them just rebuilding through the draft. Uh, hopefully they stay consistent with their coaches and stay consistent with their players. Now, I don't see Ben Simmons staying there. I don't see the point. They just re-signed Nick Claxton, so they got their young center. But after that, I don't know what else they got. So it's gonna be a very slow process, a very long process, but I could see them coming back around another 5 years.
What you think, Jay? And we on the Brooklyn Nets. They got Bojan Bogdanovic. So what you think they future looking like? Yeah, I got a bunch of draft picks.
They got to regroup a few of them teams because Atlanta, just like Atlanta, well, really, Atlanta is in a little better position than the Nets because they actually still got Trey Young. The Nets don't have anybody at all. They traded. Cam Johnson might be their best player, or Cam Thomas, or Cameron Johnson. Those may be their best 2 players, and that's not gonna get you far. So I feel like they need to regroup, or they have money because they don't got no stars that they gotta pay. They could pick up some pieces, but who's out there? Nobody's really out there. Might be the best player. He ain't going to the net. He's trying to get a ring. So yeah, they need to regroup. Like Julio said, in the next 5 years, maybe they'll do something, but it ain't gonna be now. This was it. This was their window. KD and Kyrie, they missed it.
All right, so I don't know what the fuck the Brooklyn Nets doing. Once that whole shit between Kyrie and James Harden. They were supposed to win that year. Injuries plagued that situation. COVID came and just messed up that whole situation. Now you got all these dudes on different teams. You know, it's just it's just messed up. Two of them can't even get out of the fucking second round. The other dude just went to the finals and lost to Boston. Can't beat Boston in Boston after stepping on a leprechaun. So it's just looking real bad over there. So I mean, let's see what their future is going to look like. They got some unprotected picks from the Knicks, so they needed draft picks too. So I guess we talk about Charlotte. Charlotte got Reggie Jackson. That's not no big move. But we can talk about the Bulls. The Bulls got something real nice right here. Um, so the Bulls traded Alex Caruso to the Thunder, and they got back Josh Giddey and Patrick Williams. Um, he returns on a 5-year deal. Okay, whatever. So, what you think about what the Bulls did? Do you think they should move? Because they trying to move Zach LaVine with that money. So, what you think is going on? Because Josh Giddey is a nice little playmaker. So, what you think?
I think they're slowly, without telling nobody, they are rebuilding. They're trying to get rid of Zach Levine's contract because it's a massive contract, and he does not look like a player that deserves that fucking contract at all. You know, Zach Levine is one of those great athletic guards who can shoot, but just very his attitude is all wrong. That's been the problem with Chicago, and all them teams see it. If he's not doing good, if anything, even if they win the fucking game, he's over there pouting. That's not good. And if so, if you're trying to get rid of Zach Levine, what's the point of keeping DeRozan? So I think they're quietly shopping DeRozan. They are aggressively trying to get rid of Zach Levine. Um, I mean, they're re-signing guys that they drafted, like Patrick Williams. I mean, he's an okay. Comes off the bench. Maybe he'll start for you here and there. You got Lonzo Ball still injured. Who knows what he's gonna be like next season? So Josh Giddey actually is one of those young players that can play make. I don't consider him a shooter. I just see him as a very good playmaker. Defense is a little shaky, but you did pick up a young player. Alex Caruso is one of those guards that's a dog, pure defense, just not enough scoring out of him. That's not what you need. And Caruso is one of those players that you need on a contender. So great trade for Thunders. Great trade for the Bulls to try to get younger. Try to my thing is they didn't get a draft pick over it, which is wild. You just swapped the player, no draft pick, no nothing.
Yeah, but the Thunder has a bunch of draft picks though.
Yeah, they could have gotten one. They could have gotten a second draft pick, a second pick, a second round or something.
You gonna overload the team with all this draft picks? Like, can't keep
I
every
mean,
single.
it's for Chicago. I mean, Chicago should have asked for a second rounder because at
I
this
mean,
point,
it seemed like a straight up type of deal. So the draft pick
I
is
mean it is. But who do you think needed the player more than the other? I think Thunders needed Caruso more than the Bulls needed Giddy.
I
And if that's
disagree.
the case, then I would have asked at least a second rounder, something.
I I
Because if
dis I disagree because they have a defender. But them just adding a second perimeter defender is just look good on their resume. I mean, they have a shot blocker. They have Lou Dort. He's a good perimeter defender, strong perimeter defender. And then Alex Caruso could guard probably the second best player on any team. You know what I'm saying? They just put him on him. And then you get Josh Giddey and Jalen Williams to just relax a little bit. But me per se, I think they need a bruiser on a team. That's what I think they need on that Thunder team. They need a bruiser because Jalen Williams is too little. You know what I'm saying? When you got to go against niggas like Cat and stuff like that, it's just I don't know. But Josh Giddey's a good pickup. He had that situation in OKC with that underage um, girl allegedly. Um, I guess he was found not guilty with that situation. I'm not sure if it's still ongoing investigation or if it's done, but he's up out of there, and this is a fresh new start for him. So now he doesn't have to have that shit over his shoulder no more. And Chicago is different. So the consent in Chicago, he better understand that shit is a little bit different than OKC. I think OKC is 16 and up. I think Chicago is 18 and so don't play around in the state of Illinois. That's a whole different ballgame. So we move on to the next. They having technical difficulties and shit like that. So we got Quentin Grimes. He's with the Maverick. Okay, and the
Now,
Detroit. So it was a swap. So I guess Quentin Grimes for Tim Hardaway Jr. and Wendell Moore Jr. What you think about that?
I mean, I like that trade for the Mavs. I mean, you got your boy Hardaway just there, just shooting bricks. That's a brick man right there. I should know because he did play for the Knicks. Shooting bricks. A high volume 3-point shooter who just never perfected his craft. I mean, he came into the league as though one of those 3-point shooters. He's supposed to be a 3-point sniper. But for some reason, I I don't even know how he got a contract like that. How he's been on the league for this long. I don't know. But great trade for the Mavs. You traded for somebody who, again, Quentin Grimes, watching him in New York, wasn't the best 3-point shooter. He wasn't one of those guys that was going to score maybe 15 points a game. He will give you maybe 6 to 0. You know what I'm saying? He's not like he's that much of a better player than Hardaway, but he is younger. He plays better defense. And you just picked up as a mass squad a solid backup to Luca or Ira or Kyrie. He's solid coming off the bench. He can play the minutes. He can play the defense. He can shoot those 3-pointers when he's open. So I like it for the Mavs. Detroit, I already know what they're doing. They just going through the process, getting not worse, just a little bit better here and there. But, they did trade Bogdanovich last year. They are now trading Grimes this year and picking up somebody like Hardaway who may not mean anything to the team. So, yeah, there's a bunch of young guys on that team. I like the coach that they picked up, though. I give Pistons that. I think JB Bickerstaff is going to have that young team competing a little bit better. Um, but other than that, as far as the trade, I like it. I like it for the Mavs. Pistons, they look like they're just going to go through the lottery process and see where it takes them.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tim Hardaway Jr. I mean, he wasn't getting no playing time. He was in a doghouse with the Mavs in that final. So I guess they was looking at it. You know what? Let's try to trade him. He was coming back from injury. I think he had ankle injury or some shit like that. So I guess he was coming back from that. Quentin Grimes, decent player. Whoop de doo.
He's cheap.
He's cheap, right? I
Cheap.
mean, whoop de doo. So ain't nothing to say with that. So I'm gonna just move on from that. But here's the big story right here. So Golden State reportedly waived Chris Paul, man. You think it's the end? You think it's over? Hall of Famer is over?
I don't. For CP, nah. I think there's gonna be a squad looking for his type of leadership. They're gonna look for his leadership. You know what I'm saying? I think his hamstring injuries, his injuries, period, is kind of holding him back. His age with it. He can't give you that 30 to 35 minutes per game. So maybe you can ask maybe 15, 18 minutes per game out of him. Figuring out what team will be best for him, I don't know. But this says a lot for the Warriors. They are trying to figure out what works for them at this point. CP3 is out of here. Looks like Clay Thompson is out of here. You don't know if you can get PG. And if you don't end up with PG, what else can you do? So this is a make and break free agency season for them. They can either get crazy worse, not even be a playoff team, or be still competitive. A championship team? Nah. I think Golden State's window is closed. Everything that happened from that Jordan Poole situation all
Yeah,
the way up to now,
that's
it's
true.
been downhill. If you
Yeah, I
look
agree.
back on hindsight, you needed to keep a player like Poole because where else are you gonna get your scoring? Now you ain't got scoring. Who? Moody? Moody's your scorer?
I mean, he could shoot the three.
He's not no Clay. Even Clay's leaving. He ain't no Clay.
It ain't gonna be another Clay like that. I mean, the closest thing to probably who could shoot almost like Clay is probably Buddy Hill, but you know, I don't even know what team he played for right now. Oh, Philly. So I mean, they're not gonna get rid of that. But yeah, I think it's over for Chris Paul, man. He's been in the league, and it's just looking real bad, bad, bad. It's like, yo, you wasting your time, bro. You fractured your hand last year, came back, you didn't even make the playoffs. You made it to the finals one time in your career. You don't you don't get back. You were supposed to get back the year after you lost, even though that same year they was in the finals against the Bucks. They went up 2-0 and just got swept. The rest of the way they got vacuumed. The rest of the way they got vacuumed up out of there. So I mean, it's looking real crazy now. Um, and it's like, yo, man, that Warriors team, yo, find Steph Curry some help, man. The man's still balling. Find him some help. Draymond Green is out here getting kicked out of games. He's not really producing that much. I mean, find that man some help. What's Wiggins doing? Every time you hear Wiggins, he got a personal situation. But take your personal situation and get the fuck up out of there. Because every 5 minutes. So right now, the only guy they got that's probably worth talking about is Kaminga. That's all they got. Like, yo, find some help for Steph Curry and develop Kaminga a little bit more. Like, and everybody gotta go except for Kaminga and Steph. Like, get the fuck up out of here, man. Because Clay is already reports saying that he's up out of there. They're not gonna resign him because they don't even have the funds to do it. So, like, it's just a mess over there, man. It's just sad to see a dynasty just go down. Like the Spurs was a dynasty. They didn't even go down that bad. They just got old and just fell off the map. Once Tim Duncan left, and then Ginobili, and then Tony Parker. And Tony Parker went to Charlotte one year. So once them guys left, it was just like, all right, like that. The Warriors just looking real bad. They've been going to the play-in ever since. They've been in the play-in ever since the play-in started. Them and the Lakers.
How about this? How about this?
And
How
the
about
Lakers
this?
been successful in the play-in by making it out
Why
three
doesn't
times
go?
in a row.
Why doesn't Golden State do this? Hey, Clay, we're not gonna pay you, but you know what? We'll do a sign and trade. We'll trade you to the Washington Wizards for Jordan Poole. Get Poole
Nah,
back here.
you still got Draymond there, so bringing that situation to rekindle that's not looking nice. But they are talking about a sign and trade, though. They're not just talking about letting him walk. They are talking about a sign and trade for Klay Thompson. Like they're gonna sign him and then trade him. I mean, he's old. He's an older player now. I think the team he should go to is Orlando. I think the team he should go to is Orlando. So that's the team he should be going to and shit like that. So, I mean, it's whatever. But we gonna skip the Rockets because they got AJ Griffin from the Hawks. We spoke about that. Let's go to the Indiana Pacers. Obi Toppin, 4-year deal, him and Pascal. So they trying to run it back. They beat your Knicks, man.
Listen, let's not go there.
They, yo, bro,
Let's not go there.
they
You're
played what
gonna
was
make
in
me
front
go
of
on a
them.
10.
They beat
I'm gonna
the
go on a
Knicks.
10-minute
They
rant.
beat
I'm
the
gonna go on
Knicks.
a 10-minute rant. You want me to go
Yeah,
on a 10 minutes?
you got all day. Go ahead, man.
Oh, all right. So
It
let's get
says
that 10
25
minutes.
minutes, so you should be done
All
in the
right,
30
don't
minute
worry. When
mark.
the Knicks come around, I'm gonna get back to it.
Yeah, whatever.
Them Pacers are running it back with the same bum ass squads. They're small, hard to get. They don't get rebounds. Miles Turner is always at the 3 point. He another Cat Williams, not Cat Williams. What's his name? Cat.
Nigga said Pat Williams.
he another cat that just likes to just shoot the threes, don't get rebounds, and block a couple of shots. I mean, you do got Siakam back, but I mean, where are we seeing the Pacers? What else are the Pacers doing?
Fastest team in the league. Fast paced team in the
I
league.
mean, listen,
They
I
got
think
injured just like your team down the stretch.
listen, they caught a lightning in the bottle this playoff season. They
They got
did.
injured. They beat your team.
They ran into a bunch of injured teams and they won the games that they were supposed to win.
Is that their fault?
It's not their fault. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
okay. Stay
the,
healthy, then you might win.
the food landed on their plate and they ate it up. I
Right. So
give them that.
stay healthy.
I give them that. But
Stay
you know
healthy.
what?
Or else
You
put a
can't.
band-aid on that hat again, like I did.
You
Because
you can't.
that Nick
You
had it
can't.
sitting right. That Nick had it sitting right up there. So put a band-aid
Yo,
on it.
you can't. You
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
look at the Pacers and be like, oh yeah, I can see them back at the semifinals again, or I can see them at the conference finals again. You can't say that about that team. That team needs more work. You know what I'm saying? Nemhard, streaky shooter, good defender, but couldn't defend JB at all. Let's stop right there. Y'all got only one defender, and his name was, what was that dude's name? I forgot who was that dude's name. But that's how much I care about
Nemhard.
them fucking Pacers.
You talking about not Nemhard.
The other dude that they had to put on JB.
Dawson, though. I know he can't. He used to play with the Celtics. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Right.
But they have that. Maturin was injured.
I don't give a fuck. He can't defend either. He could only score. And
Yeah,
that's
but he
the
was their
problem
best.
with the
He's their
that,
best sixth man coming off their
that's
bench.
the problem with the Pacers. They got playmakers and good shooters,
I
but
feel
they
like
got no
their
fucking
team is.
defense.
I feel like their team is even with yours.
They no, don't do that. Don't do that.
They
Don't do that. Let's
they
not go
even, bro.
there.
They
Oh
even. I
my
don't care
god,
what
you
you
gonna
say.
make me throw
I don't care
my
what you say. I
phone,
don't care
bro.
what you say. The Knicks is
Yo, can we
trash.
talk about the Knicks? Is the Knicks up
No, we
next?
not. No. We
All
going in
right, all
order.
right, all right.
You
I'm
not
gonna wait till
dictating this.
the Knicks are up.
You
Nah,
not dictating
I'm
this.
gonna wait till
We
the
going
Knicks
in
is up
order.
next.
No,
All
we
right,
going in order. All right.
nah, we're going in order.
All
But
right.
fuck Pacers regardless. They ain't do nothing. Let
All
them
right.
run back that piece of shit team.
All right. So now we got the Clippers. James Harden signed a 2-year deal. So how that's looking for you?
I do not know what the Clippers are doing. I trust in Ty Lue.
They got the
I
richest
don't
owner.
trust in that fucking organization.
They
I
got the richest
don't
owner.
know. What are they doing? They're getting rid of Paul George. You're keeping Kawhi. You're getting rid of Russell Westbrook, but you're keeping Harden.
All right.
What are
So
y'all
look.
doing?
So shout out the whole has the Bleacher Report. It says Clippers working on rush trade Westbrook. I don't know why they wrote it like that, but working on rush trade Westbrook. I guess Russ is trading Westbrook, right? May be on the move after opting in to the $4 million contract. It's coming from Yahoo Sports. That's what Bleacher Report is saying. So I don't know. It could be true, it's allegedly, but what you think?
I
Oh,
think Russ belongs on the Knicks.
and shout out to Hall again. Hall put it up. He said that the Nuggets is interested in him too.
Ain't no way Clippers are. Hey, listen, I don't know. Clippers might trade him to Denver. That's fine. I think he works well with Denver. Um, with that second squad, I don't see him with the first squad. I do see him with the second. I would like Russ on a team like the Timberwolves. You need somebody to back up Conley because when that bench is ass, and
Well,
we
you know
saw
what?
that in the playoffs.
We got
That,
Hole. I'm gonna put Hole is here. Yo, Hole, come off the mic, man, and give us some information about that. What you just told me in the chat, in the group chat, if you did.
Oh, no, I'm here. No, I'm here. Yeah, I just saw it on Twitter that they was talking about Nuggets is actually interested in Russell Westbrook. So I was like, oh, let's send this in the chat. Yeah, I think that'll be a good fit. Coming off
Think
the
it'd be a
second unit.
good fit.
Yeah, him coming off the second unit because the Nuggets need some bench players, bro. They need some bench players. They lost what's his name? And they lost what's his name? That dude that got signed to the Pacers, that got traded to Toronto. I forgot his name.
He got signed by the Pacers, but traded to Toronto.
Yeah, remember that dude? Damn,
oh, Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, Bruce
Yeah,
Brown.
when they
Right.
lost
Bruce
Bruce Brown, it was just like, damn, like they didn't have no bench production when
Well,
they lost him.
Bruce Brown wanted the money. He went with the money.
I don't blame him because he's a role player. He got the
They didn't
chip.
have the money to pay him.
Yeah, he got the chip. Go get the money. I don't blame him. He a role player. Ain't like he a superstar.
Hey,
But they
what do you
definitely.
think? What do you real quick? What do you think if Clippers just trade him back to the Thunder? What about Westbrook going back to the Thunder?
Nah,
You don't think he'll fit with them? Young team,
lead
veteran presence.
them
I
young
don't think
boys.
he'll get playing time really, because like what is he really there for?
Yeah, what's he there for? I mean, he can't
To be the new
shoot.
Dallas Hassel?
Is he not a better option than Giddy?
Nah, leave them boys alone. They got a young little core. Leave
But
that situation
he
alone.
only costing you $4.5 million. Why not?
I don't know. I
I
won't
don't
mess
know.
that up. Yeah, I won't mess that up.
I don't know.
It
I
sounds
don't
interesting.
know.
Who their backup point guard? Casey Wallace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a bad point guard. I don't know. I wouldn't really mess with that.
And
They
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 got
just
your
need a
boy.
big.
They got your boy. They got that 3-point sniper, Joe. So
Isaiah Joe. Yep,
yeah,
Isaiah
Isaiah
Joe.
Joe.
Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins is not bad. He's a
Matter of fact,
good
their
player. He's a
whole
decent player.
team to shoot threes.
Yeah, the
Josh
whole team.
like the only one that can shoot threes. And now Alex Caruso, he ain't gonna be knocking them down like that, but he's not afraid to take them. He would take them. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's like this 3-point threat, but he will take them. So I don't know.
I feel like a team like Thunder, Minnesota can use Russell. I do like him on Denver. I think that would be a good fit. Just the way they are with Jokic on the floor, Jokic and Westbrook on the floor. Ooh, I
I mean,
don't
what
know. I think I, I think
the
that's a good fit. I'm not mad at it.
you can't have him and Aaron Gordon on the floor together. They can't shoot. I mean, Gordon would take him. He makes maybe like 1.5 to 2 a game. So I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
skip
I
over
don't
that.
know.
Of course, the Lakers. I mean, I don't know. Max Christie, he barely plays, but he has a 4-year
But
deal.
but what do you think about the Clippers? Like, what are they doing? What are they trying to do? Are they if they lose these two type of players, where do you see them in the West versus everybody else?
Middle of the pack, like they always been.
All right.
Middle of the pack. They always been ever since they got Kawhi and Paul George. They've been in the middle of the pack. They never been the top 3 seed. It's always the middle of the pack, 4, 5, or 6. I mean, it sounds like a dice game, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where they've been. You know what I'm saying? They never been 8. They never aced out 1, 2, 3. So it's like they've been just like the dice game, 5, 6.
The furthest they went was to the Western Conference Finals, and
What's
then
the conference finals? And they didn't even have both their players.
Bird.
Like, I mean, we sick of that same tune. At one point, we was complaining about Tatum and Brown. They young. They did it now. So now we can't talk shit about them. These two, Kawhi Leonard, he got 2 rings. Paul George still trying to get his ring, but he he got a nice little show, nice little setup, podcast. P. I watch some of that shit. It's good. But skip all that, man. So let me see.
Too. I saw something else too just now.
So the Miami Heat, they re-signed Kevin Love to 2 years. You like that?
I mean, okay, sounds like a Heat thing to do. Keep signing your old ass players that play you 10 minutes.
He
Maybe
can stretch
shoot
the
like
floor
maybe
though.
one to two, three threes.
He can stretch the floor though. You don't got to play him a lot of minutes. You
Bro,
stretch the floor.
nobody's scared of Kevin Love, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what? You know what though? But he still holds that stat on your Knicks when he was on the T-Wolves, 30 points and 30 rebounds. I remember that.
Yeah, and I remember the T-Wolves still not doing shit, still not
Just
making playoffs.
just like your Knicks, right?
Just another Kevin Garnett over there just wasting his time.
Just like your Knicks, right?
No, our Knicks are in the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 seasons. Plus, we have
four
now 2 players that's been all NBA and JB and Randall since joining the Knicks.
4 out of the last 5. You mean 3 out of the last 4? You got it wrong, buddy.
Yeah, listen.
Randall was there by himself. They made it.
Okay.
Right?
They lost the following season.
They didn't make it the second year.
Okay.
Then they made it 2 years in a row with Brunson. That's 3 out of the 4 years.
All right, 3 out of 4.
This is
math is still mathing. There's only 1 year they didn't go to the playoffs. Math is still mathing. That's my point.
Yeah, whatever,
all
man.
Right.
But you're trying to
Yo,
add.
the Knicks are next. The Knicks
are
next.
No, they not next.
All right, yo, just hold your thoughts. hold their thoughts, bro.
The Knicks is not next, but they coming up there,
bro.
Because I'm skipping like 2 teams. I mean, yo, Paul, what'd you think about that Miami Heat, Kevin Love situation? What do you think about that?
I think that's that's nothing crazy, but he can spread the floor out.
Plain and safe, right?
Playing it safe. It's not like he can't do nothing. The man can grab rebounds. He can shoot. He can still shoot the ball at a high clip here and there. He has his days when he can hit a couple threes. So I don't think that's a bad deal. I was going to tell you also, I saw another thing.
You got some report?
Yeah, I got some more news. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think anybody's gonna take this guy. But now the Nets are finally deciding to try to trade Ben Simmons. And it's like, it might be a little too late for that.
That's a lowest cause. We done skipped the Brooklyn Nets a long time ago. I forgot he still played, bro. Only time I remember him is when I'm playing 2K.
Yeah.
I don't forget about that guy, man. Like, he's a lost cause, man. He want to be at the Met Gala with his big ass pocketbook and long jacket. I mean,
bro,
whatever.
Unless you attaching 2 or 3 first-round picks to whatever you're doing with Ben Simmons.
Yo, everything with you is with picks. Everything with you is picks.
But that's all you have. That you can't trade Ben Simmons and think you're getting back. Who the fuck you think you can get back off of Ben? You can't get nobody back.
They have players though.
Nobody's gonna give you picks for no Ben Simmons. Nobody's giving you picks for that.
Yo,
who's giving you picks for that? If it was Ben Simmons when he first got to Philly, then yeah.
Trade Ben Simmons to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell.
No,
D'Lo, come on, what?
No,
what?
No.
Ben Simmons?
Fuck no.
Yeah, you
we got
there
LeBron.
You go.
We got LeBron.
All right, would you want Ben Simmons for 3? Thank you, man. For 3 first rounders?
No. And skip all that. So let's go to DeJounte Murray. Of course, we did talk about the Hawks, but now we on the Pelicans. That's a good look for the Pels because I saw a report saying they was trying to move BI. I mean, you got Zion there, the only guy in his draft cast that hasn't played in the playoff game yet. So what is it looking like over there, man?
No, I think Pelicans made a great move. They got him for a bag of cookies and milk and all that good stuff. You know, all the condiments and all that. That's really what they got him for. I think it was a great move for them. I think for BI, I guess they might go with the Trey Murphy route. Start Trey Murphy if they get rid of BI. And it's not that they can't get some good pieces for BI. So I think
I think Pelicans got a little bright little future. Not too crazy, don't know. Like, probably second round. I say second round is their peak right now, but it's still something. They're still working in the right direction.
Hey, I see the Pelicans trying.
Yeah.
I don't see them not trying. They're really trying out here. They're trying to put together some good pieces after their good run last season, even with Zion being out. Listen, Pelicans went as far as they could as long as Zion took them. It wasn't because of BI. It ain't no fucking Grand Theft Alvarado, who I think they should just get rid of.
Come on, he from
But
Queens, bro, and he's
I don't know,
Spanish,
fuck.
just like you.
He ain't doing. I mean, listen. If you draft Bronny, then I guess you can keep Alvarado.
He's Spanish, just like you. He from Queens, bro. Why you dissing him
Bitch,
for? He's
listen,
a New
man. I
York
don't.
nigga.
That little nigga looking like true life on the court and shit. He
He
think
get a
I
lot of
don't know
steals.
what.
Chill,
That's why they
chill.
call him Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Alvarado. That's what they call him. All right, like come on, man. But
But listen,
anyway,
it's a good trade for the Pelicans. They got
it is a
a
good trade
nice
for the
starting
Pelicans.
caliber point guard to go
I
along with
like the D,
McCollum.
I like the two-way player
He's a
to
two-way
give
player, but
Cullum some rest, and
at this
Herb
point,
Jones to guard like a bigger player and have him guard like a smaller player. So like if they
my
play Dallas, right? Well,
right.
I put Herb Jones on Luca and then put DeJounte on Kyrie, even though that's a nightmare. But even he said it on Trey Young's podcast, like Kyrie is a nightmare. But I mean, that's the type of you you gotta have like multiple defenders, especially perimeter defenders. So of course, the Thunder did it. The Pelicans is trying to do it now. You know what I mean? I like Trey Murphy over there. You know what I'm saying? I like Trey Murphy. I like Valanciunas, good rebounder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We about to get to them guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we might leave them for last just to play around. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. So, you ready? You ready?
Oh, we
You
up?
ready?
Oh,
You
we
ready?
up.
We not up. No, he not up.
Yeah, we up. It's the
We
Knicks.
up?
It's the
Go
Knicks.
ahead, go ahead, go
So,
ahead, go
all
ahead.
right. So let's talk about the Knicks, right? They didn't re-sign Hartenstein yet. You got OG Anunoby for a 5-year deal, max. His max. You got Mikal Bridges for a lot of draft picks. So now we got the Villanova Knicks. It seems like we living in Philly now, just with Knick uniforms. So what's up with your Knicks? Did they have the best offseason situation right now currently?
So far, they are having the best offseason off of just two signings. Signing their player back who they traded for. I ain't no way the Knicks were going to trade Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, and not try to re-sign them back. So look at it this way. This is how great the Knicks are right now. I mean, this organization, Leon Rose is on fire, bro.
Great. Okay.
Great. Let me tell you.
You know what? I'm not gonna interrupt you. Go ahead. I'm gonna
So
let
they
you
showing every single team, every single organization that you don't really need 2, 3, 4, 5 superstars on one team. You just need to have a nice, cohesive, chemistry-led team. All right. You got the Villanova boys, and then you still got Randall and those other players that's been there from the very beginning of Tibbs' era. You talking about Randall, Hartenstein, Mitch, McBride. These are players that's been in that system for a while, and look at them flourish now. The re-signing of OG solidifies one of our premier wing defenders to take on whoever the hell comes our way. Whether that be Luca, whether that be name a fucking guard. SGA, Tatum, Brown, Jimmy. That's OG's man. Oh, by the way, they also happen to trade for Mikal Bridges. Let's not forget, he was not this year, couple of seasons ago, an all NBA type defender. Another 2 and D guard, 3 and D guard. Let's put it that way because he can guard three positions. Same as OG. Now you got what I like to call, which I think the Knicks are already calling them wing stop. So every time you hear me say wing stop, you already know who I'm talking. That's right. Bridges and OG. That's wing stop right there, baby. That's your barbecue wings right there. Lemon pepper chick. Yo, whatever the fuck Rick Ross be saying. That's wing stop. They will defend any of your two guards. Oh my God. And then after signing those two players, guess what happens? It solidifies your bench. Now you got Josh Hart, who you seen in the playoffs do triple double numbers. And you got DiVincenzo. Ice cold veins shooting game winner 3 pointers on the bench. You got McBride coming off the bench. If we re-sign Hartenstein, we got him either starting or coming off the bench. Come on. Randall coming back. Oh my God. This team is stacked. We can go ahead and literally go against any fucking NBA team. And we have a chance to win any single team at all times. And this is the first time in a long time that New York Knicks are feeling like, you know what? I think we have a championship team contender. When was the last time you heard that about the Knicks? When? In a
90,
very long time. Not even in 99 when we were the
1999
8th
and 1994.
Nobody claimed them to be championship contenders. We just got there. This year
13, no.
is the first time in a long time that they are considered
I mean,
championship contenders.
I understand you're gloating. You're glowing.
Where can
No,
you see the wrong in the Knicks? You can't see nothing
I
wrong
don't
with the
see
Knicks
there's
right now.
nothing wrong. They didn't do anything wrong.
They didn't do anything wrong.
I think if you can find a way how to get rid of underneath you could get rid of Mitchell and just and try to get Hartenstein, your rebounder, then because I see a lot of switch defense going on over there. Um, yeah, I guess on paper the Knicks look healthy. They got a fucking squad. So I'm gonna just do the lineup, right? So let's just say you got Brunson at the 1. You got, let's say, Mikal Bridges at the 2, OG at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitchell at the 5, and then off your bench you got DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. I mean that those two coming off your bench is pretty good, man. That's pretty outstanding. I think, to me, in my opinion, y'all kind of neck and neck with the Pacers. I think y'all would just edge the Pacers out if it was like full squad versus full squad. That's what I think. Y'all would edge the Pacers out. I feel like y'all to beat the Pacers if y'all had Randall and your whole full squad, because they will have no answer for that. He's a bruiser, man. Like, he really be bruising people, and he's been in the gym with Melo. And, Melo probably giving him that game. Like, you need to bruise dudes up in the paint. Pause. So the Knicks is looking good, man. I'm happy for New York. Us New Yorkers should be like, yes, about time. So I'm really happy about what the Knicks is doing. Finally, we got some shit to talk about, because in previous years we ain't had nothing to talk about.
Listen,
Especially 2000.
I
Once Allen
am I
well
am
left.
still offended that you consider the Knicks neck and neck with the Pacers, which is horrendous in
It's my
itself.
opinion, though.
It is a terrible take because them Pacers cannot defend water hitting water.
Right.
They can't defend air touching air.
Right. And y'all can't defend first aid kits.
Know what I mean, listen,
Hmm.
they like I said, Pacers ran into a team that was injured, the Bucks. They ran into another team that was hurt, limping, coming off to that 76er series. And then they got a rude awakening against the Boston Celtics. Ain't no way they neck and neck. They didn't upgrade no roster. They didn't get an upgrade in any other position. They just resigned everybody that they got last year. Cool. Running back, let's get that chemistry going. I see ya. But y'all still can't defend. You don't got an OG. You don't got a Bridges. What you do have is a bunch of Cam Thomases. Guys who can go ISO and just score on their own. That's what they got. And they got a good, great point guard in Halliburton. I give them that. But ain't no way they, at this point, ain't no way they neck and neck. Because I don't even see them going past, I don't see them better than the Heat. Now, with a healthy Jimmy Butler coming back on a contract year, I do think the Heat will be a problem this season. I don't think the
Whatever.
Pacers are better than the Heat.
I think you're just talking like a fan and not true basketball.
Listen, fuck the Heat, fuck the Pacers, fuck the Bucks, fuck Boston, fuck Orlando, fuck Cleveland, fuck all them teams. Them teams are not they caca. We were the number 2 without Randall all second half of the season. We had Mitch out and we got him back late in the season. All right. I don't want to hear none of that shit. We better. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way the Pacers are neck and neck. They neck and neck with Orlando and shit. That's who they neck and neck with. Because Orlando is just as young, just as fast, and play better defense at that. I choose Orlando over Pacers.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Anyway, we off the Knicks. Yo, Hall, you got anything about say about the Knicks?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to add Andre Drummond just signed a 2-year deal with the 76ers.
Oh, jumping back with the Sixers.
Yep, boy joined back with the Sixers.
That's a good pickup.
And this was a shocker. I ain't gonna lie. I'm surprised anybody signed them, but Kevin Porter Jr. just got signed to the Clippers. We're getting a second chance.
Okay.
All right, so who's next? Orlando ain't do nothing. Of course, Alex Caruso with the Thunder that we talked about that. They trade. So Orlando didn't do nothing. 76ers ain't do nothing yet. Bobo signed the 1-year deal. I don't know why.
Nah, Hall just said Drummond signed with the Sixers.
Drummond signed with the Sixers.
Yeah, I don't know what that means about that other dude on the bench. What's that dude's name that was talking mad shit?
Like, yo, Drummond used to be like a very good. He was an all-star at one point, and he was a very good rebounder. Like, what the fuck is going on with him now?
Yeah, he lazy, like, bro. He's just making that money and chilling.
His position died out. That's why.
He should. Yo, you know what would have been good for him? Like a team like maybe the Warriors, because that's what they need, rebound. A team that doesn't have what's the team that doesn't have a rebounder? I would say or like the Grizzlies would have been good for him. Something like that. Or well, no, Charlotte, no, they're not winning. So I mean, yeah, I guess Philly is like the only
Pacers could have used them.
Yeah, but they have enough.
Pacers could have used them. You know why Philly got Drummond? Because they were getting their butt whipped on that glass against the Knicks. When you got Josh Hart grabbing 15 rebounds more than your boy Embiid.
Yo, Hall, can you look up that series and tell me how much Embiid was averaging in rebounding, please?
Last season?
Yeah, against the Knicks in that playoffs. How much he was averaging in that series? The rebounding?
Nah.
Because, this dude like it's like we're talking about the Suns and he keep bringing up the Knicks. Like, there's another team that use orange.
Shit, I'm just letting you know what team needs a rebound, not the Knicks. Orlando.
Well, obviously you need rebounding because you don't got Hartenstein right now.
So Philly needed a rebound because they were getting out rebounded.
All right, whatever, bro. Whatever, B. I guess you know best. How much?
11
rebounds. That's good. 11 rebounds per game.
What about the rest of the team?
He's the only rebounder on the court.
There you go. That's your problem.
All right. So of course, if you had two dudes that was grabbing boards, Hartenstein and Josh Hart going against one guy, he's gonna probably lose that battle.
Yeah, but Hartenstein is smaller. And Josh Hart is a
It didn't
guard.
matter because you got to worry about Josh Hart. When you got
Listen, if your
when
guard
you got
is
when you
out,
got guards running in for rebounds, right? You it's not a traditional box out. You can box out a center because he's always right there near the rim. But it's harder to box out guards because you don't know where they're coming from. So, like, come on, man. What are we saying here? What are
that
we
they
saying?
signed Drummond because they scared of them Knicks coming to grab them glass. You heard?
Whatever. All
You
right.
gotta
So
start seeing what these teams are doing. These teams are getting these defensive players, these defensive wings, loading up on defense. Cause you just saw what Boston did. You're
okay.
seeing what the Knicks are doing.
Yeah,
You're
whatever.
seeing a lot of teams loading up on their
Are
New
you gonna beat?
Orleans.
Are you guys going to beat the
Listen,
Boston Celtics this year? Because
Boston is
the
gonna
man
have.
went up on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn and say he wanna challenge them Boston Celtics. Be careful what you say. You
Listen,
might not
listen. I will lock up Tatum. Fuck Brown. Fuck all them players. That
just
bald-headed
for that,
white.
just for that, I'm gonna buy me a Boston Celtics hat and I'm gonna
Oh
come into
my
work.
god.
And then every time you come in with that Knicks hat, I'm gonna have that Boston Celtics hat ready for you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come in with the Pacers hat and I'm gonna have that ready for you. How about that? How about that? You know what? Once we get off here, I'm gonna get me a Pacers hat. I'm gonna buy me a
Nah,
Pacers
they
hat.
closed. Nah, it's Sunday. They all closed. Don't worry about
No,
it.
they're not closed. I can
Nah,
still
they
order
closed.
it.
Nah,
I can
they
still order
closed.
it. I can still
Nah, your
order it.
order won't get
Don't
through
worry
till
about that.
tomorrow anyways.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry
Nah,
about
don't
that.
worry. They don't do
I'm gonna
next day
order it.
shipping. They're not Amazon, bro.
No, I'm order. No, I'm not. I'm
Nah, they're
going on
not
the.
one day ship.
I'm
They're
going
not
to
gonna
the
get there by the
NBA.
time you leave for work.
Matter of
Don't
fact,
worry about
let
it.
me type it in right now. I'm going
Nah,
to
don't even bother.
NBA.com. I'm
It's
going to
so they ain't got it.
NBA.com and I'm gonna
All they
order
got
that.
is Knicks
And
gear.
every time y'all come into work, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
Man,
Okay.
who's the next team?
The next team, I
Oh,
mean, there's nobody worth talking about. The last team the West worth talking about is
oh,
I
y'all
mean,
hear me?
the Portland Trailblazers got Danny Advia. That's that dude that played for he's a
Washington.
good shooter. He's a good player. He played for the Wizards. So he's
I
on
think he's the best player on
he
that
got
Wizard
traded
squad.
for Michael Brogdon. Yeah, that's who he got traded for. He got traded for Brogdon. Malcolm, I said, not Michael. So he got traded for Malcolm Brogdon and Rashard Holmes with the Wizards. He signed a 2-year deal. Utah's are reportedly they didn't make no moves. I mean, they just waived some Amir dude, but they're trying to. That's that black dude too, so I know who he is. But they trying to shop around Laurie Marketing. Man, whoever get him, look out because he's good. Um, who else to talk about? The Kings signed Alex Lynn back. Jalen McDaniels. Uh,
I got
via
a big one.
the Raptors. He's now with the Kings. Malik Monk signs a 4-year deal with the Kings. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. I mean, you got Scott.
KCP's on Orlando.
Huh?
KCP's on Orlando.
Okay, Casey. I heard. I was watching that. So we got reporting news. KCP is on Orlando now. That's a good squad because now you got Suggs and KCP who can lock you up. Well, Suggs is more athletic. KCP.
What's Denver doing though? They ain't getting nobody.
Who?
Denver.
So they losing people. So they're not trying to make it back.
Denver spent their bread getting Aaron Gordon, and now they can't afford nobody.
I mean,
They got
yeah.
their
So
chip, and that's it.
the Raptors got Scotty Barnes agreed to a 5-year extension. I mean, keep the young dude. He's their best player on that squad. I mean, Davion Mitchell from the Sacramento Kings. He's over there. Quickly did the 5-year deal. And, you know, they got this dude named Sasha. You know, he must be Ukrainian. No disrespect to Ukrainians, but, you know, I mean, it's Vazen. I can't even pronounce his last name like that. It's probably Russian or Ukrainian. Who knows? But he got traded to the Kings also. He got traded from the Kings to the Raptors. And like I said, there's nobody else to talk about. We got Malcolm Brogdon and Rashard Holmes. on the Wizards. That's the last team. So it's practically ain't nothing else to talk about with the free agency. We did good. We approaching 1 hour. We did exactly how we said we was gonna do it. Shout out to King J. He had some technical difficulties.
I told him to kick all his family out the crib. He didn't want to listen to it. I told him, I was like, yo, just kick them all out, bro. You got shit to do.
He had some technical.
Come on now.
Yeah, I guess. But you know what though? Like I said, let me go to the Pacers team. Let me go to that Pacers team because I'm
It ain't
really
gonna get there, bro. You
more
probably
about it.
wait a
I'm
whole week for
ordering.
them
Let me go to
motherfuckers.
that.
Them Pacers.
You're mad, son. I'm going to order it.
They ship out of Indianapolis
I'm
because
going to
nobody else has a
going to
Pacers
their
hat.
store. Well, listen, I've been to Indiana. I've been
Yeah,
to
you
Indiana.
probably was bored as fuck, just looking at nothing
No.
but
Yeah,
cornfields and
I
shit.
wasn't in Indianapolis, but I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I've been to Indiana. So let me go to the store. I'm gonna look up some fitteds, not fitteds, but some snapbacks.
Man,
And
you a nasty man. Look at that. You a nasty. You know,
I'm a
Pacers
nasty
is
guy. No, I'm
ass.
just doing that to get on y'all nerves. That's it. At work.
Listen, I already told you. I bet you money if you pick one team to root
I'm
for
not picking
all
one.
season, and
I'm
they
not
better
picking.
make it to the conference finals. That's
I'm
all
not
I got to
picking
say.
one team. I'm sorry. I'm not picking one team, bro.
My man can't pick
Sorry,
one.
I'm not picking one team, bro.
Man, let's pick the Celtics. That's easy money.
Nah, I'm not picking that either. I hate Boston. I've been there too. So I'm not picking that. But you know what? I see some Pacers hats. Ooh. Yeah,
Dirt
this one.
cheap. Yeah, like $15. $15.26 is what they have it for. On sale.
Oh, don't get mad, bro. It's all
The
right.
hurry up sale. Cop this shit now because this shit ass.
You know they got some Pacers socks. Oh,
Yeah, get the socks, them dirty
socks is
motherfuckers.
about
Get the
the
socks.
socks is $54.99. But you know, I'm gonna cop it. I'm gonna cop me a socks. I'm gonna cop me one of these hats. I hope it's a. Oh, hold on. I hope it's a snapback joint. Let me see. Let me see. It was a snapback.
Oh, nothing
joint.
is better than the blue and orange, you heard?
I
Blue
look
and
like
orange.
you part of the Mets plan.
Knicks. Look at that. Knicks.
I'm crying.
Come on. Oh my
All
God.
right.
You mean come on?
I need I need two predictions for y'all. Two predictions.
Okay.
Where's Clay going?
Orlando. He should go to Orlando.
Okay. Julio.
I don't see Orlando as a fit no more with KCP. I don't think they can afford him. I think he either goes to the Clippers now that they lost PG, or he resigns with the Warriors, bro. Warriors ain't gonna have no other option. They need somebody. Clay gotta be that somebody.
There you go. Pacers in the cart.
That shit ain't a cart. That's a trash
Pacers
can at the
in the
corner.
cart.
That top right corner is a trash can. That's where your
You're
items
mad.
is at.
You're mad.
All right,
You're
bro.
mad. Pacers in the cart. Anyway,
What's the second one? Yo, hold. What's the second? You said you had two.
Oh, where I think Paul George going?
I don't know.
Sixers.
Same.
I say the Sixers is probably the best option for him. You pair him up with Maxey because he doesn't want to be a star. Embiid is a star.
Maxey's potential star.
And then Embiid is a star, man. He's a star.
No, I said Maxey. I said
all
Maxey.
right, and Maxey is a potential star.
Yeah.
And get rid of that bum from Long Island. Since I live in Long Island now, get rid of that bum from Long Island. Tobias Harris want to be giving you 0 points in Game 6 against the Knicks. Get him up out of there. Bring in Paul George. At least Paul George give you something. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is you got two guys who stay hurt in the playoffs. So that's a dilemma. So I think the best suitable place for him if he wants to win a chip is to go to Philly, because that's the only place that's suitable.
Philly is not gonna win
the
a
old
chip.
Shaq and Kobe type of vibes.
Philly is not gonna win a chip with Embiid there.
And your team is not going to win a chip with Mikal Bridges.
Listen, I'm not saying Embiid is ass. He is the best center. I think he's better than Jokic at scoring.
Oh well, you bugging the fuck
Jokic is
out.
just better all around.
You're bugging the fuck out right now.
Embiid is nasty. but
Yeah, he is.
he
But
is.
he's always hurt.
He's always hurt.
He has a stomach virus. He stepped on a piece of
he got an
nail.
eye
There's
problem. He
always
got
an
a
issue
face
with that
problem.
dude. Like, come on, man.
He's like the Pat Ewing. Pat Ewing's
Well,
always
Pat
been great,
Ewing-
but his knees
Pat was always available in the playoffs.
not with
Oh.
them knees, not down the career, not with them bum ass knees.
Oh, yeah,
That's
but
what
he
it's
was
looking like
old.
with
But
Embiid.
when 1999 came out, Pat was already how many? Let me see. Pat came in the
Pat
league.
was
What,
there,
85?
but he got injured towards the end of the season.
1999, he was 14 years in. So what are you saying?
I'm just saying that's what it
Give him
looking
a
like. My
pass.
man
He was
can't say
14 years in, bro.
Embiid can't dunk unless after he dunks, he's hurt. That's what it's looking like. That's what we saw with the Knicks. One dunk, my man was on the floor seeing stars.
Oh, see how we just jump back to the Knicks, yo? This is
My bad.
this is crazy, bro. Oh my gosh, man. It's
Yo,
like I got Knicks fans all over the
just
field.
end this shit because I'm gonna keep going with the Knicks. Everything got to do
Anyway,
with the Knicks. Every guard, every defensive
shout outs to the
player.
show. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
Yes,
Check
sir.
out our Instagram. Yo, that's crazy. Check out our TikTok page. You know, Hall, he runs all that show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can even send us email. Send all your hate mail to Julio, since you know. Because we gonna put Julio email address up there once I fix up the whole page.
G50 better at Gmail. Send me all the fucking
send all your hate mail to this dude
and
right
I
here.
will show you love with Knicks. I'll show you the
Send
Knicks
all your
love.
hate mail to this. Anyway, yo, we out of here, man. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.